What was the big racial thing last week? Apparently there was a Muslim girl at UCF. She was trying to pray at the library with her Quran, which is a book that Muslims read. A white girl saw her with this book and accused her of having a gun. I think the story confirms what we've known all along about UCF students. It's that they're terrified of anything that's actually associated with reading a book. A cop accidentally discharged his gun at the scene. Yo, I haven't seen white people this disoriented since Friends ended. Like, there are people in here tonight who don't listen to Drake's music because the only Drake they acknowledge is Dr. Drake Ramore. First I hit him with the hot line, Drake Ramore with the dance moves. Let me be more serious. I understand that this is a tough time for white people. Muslims are here reading books. Dr. Drake Ramore died on Days of Our Lives, and I understand that. So as the best looking Muslim at UCF, and Zayn Malik's replacement in One Direction, I've decided to compile a list of things that Muslims can't have. So here it is, please correct me if I'm wrong. So far it's clocks, books, white women, and pork. I'm not sure what's next, but to make white people feel more safe, I'm gonna stop carrying around my debit card. So in return, I would like Cody at Register 7 at Walmart to look the other way while I walk out with my kosher meat and my Milanos. White people are different. Not different like I think they poisoned our food and gave us chickenpox covered Snuggies or anything crazy like that. Because the white man has never committed such an atrocity in our history. Even if the white man committed such an atrocity in our history, how would we know? We're UCF students, we don't read books. Like, white people are different in the sense where they let their animals roam free, but they put their kids on leashes. Like white people are different in the sense, white people are different in the sense where they build spice racks, but they don't use seasoning. Like, the only time white people use seasoning is at Chipotle. Like, if you told me there was pussy in Chipotle, I'd believe you. I'd be like, I knew something was up. That's why they always charge an extra for that guacamole. You got these white fraternity dudes outside of Chipotle at 2 a.m. They're like, please let me in. I'll do anything to get a burrito bowl. I'll suck your dick. I mean, obviously they're used to doing something like that. How else would they have gotten to the fraternity? Like, they had the whole thing with the Sigma Nu fraternity. There's this guy who stood up and he's like, let's go rape some girls. Like, you know what it means to get into the Sigma Nu fraternity? That means that guy who said we're gonna go rape some girls looked at you and said, yep, he's one of us. I mean, white sorority girls are interesting. Not really, I mean, they all drive Jeeps, but I figure they drive cars that more match their personality, like a minivan. So what's the other big racial topic? The other big racial topic is white privilege. Is white privilege real? I don't feel comfortable standing up here and saying white privilege is real. On second thought, I can see myself saying white privilege is real. Okay, here's my theory. When white males are born, they're circumcised and given a TSA pre-check. And the ones who aren't circumcised end up joining a fraternity because they're so embarrassed to look at their dick that they have to suck other people's dicks. I'll give you an example. Me and my friend John were walking through the airport. Obviously, he's white, he gets to go through the TSA pre-check right away. I walk through the airport, as soon as I step in, I hear, hold on, Abdul, where do you think you're going? And if you want to know why the guy had an accent, it's because I was being searched by another Muslim at the airport. And I was outraged by this. I let the flight attendants know about it. They're like, we agree with you, Gus, we're going to put you in first class. Now, mind you, this is my first time in first class. First class is amazing, man. It's like guacamole at Chipotle or something. In first class, they give you snacks every 5 minutes. And the good snacks, too, like Oreos and Milanos. None of that peanut nonsense. And I wanted more Oreos, and I had the confidence of a white person to ask it. I was going to ask him, like, in my British accent, I was like, I'm in a bit of a predicament. Can I get more Oreos? That's all I can say in British. Exactly. I can't say any other word in British. Anyway. And And then the flight attendant's like, of course you could get more Oreos, sweetheart, and here's a TSA pre-check while you're at it. I turned back and looked at my, did I tell the joke about John with the green pants at the door? Okay, I forgot about that. Okay, so, I was supposed to say before that, my bad. I have a lot of white friends. One of them is John. I met him in the psychology building, and he had his hair really slicked back, and I wasn't sure if he was trying to sell me a used car or trying to sell me some ass. After seeing him wear green pants and a fedora in the Las Vegas hotel lobby, my answer was confirmed. So my bad, I didn't tell you, my bad. So I turned back and looked at John while I first got him like, you might as well wear your green pants and fedora now, because you're not living like this. So on my next flight, I had to go back to Coach, but I wanted more Oreos. But this time I was nervous. I was sweating like a Muslim praying at UCF. Please let me work, we got all night. So I start doing my British accent again. I start tugging on the flight attendant's shirt. I'm like, excuse me, can I get more Oreos? She gave me a look like, how do you know about those Oreos? You smell like Coach. A big part of being Muslim is you want to get married early. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go join the Muslim Student Association at UCF, MSA for short. I walk in the club for the first time, I'm like, these girls look like Coach. Let me get my prayer in and leave. I should be ashamed of my action back there, but then again, you can't spell shame without MSA. So let me think, okay. So I went outside to pray, and I'm praying to God, and I'm talking to him, I'm like, please God, put some better looking girls in the scoop.
Damn!
I know Nick Jonas doesn't have to deal with this, he probably already has a TSA pre-check. And before I could finish my prayer, I was arrested on the spot because I was a Muslim praying at UCF. Thank you.